All all right, we're back on the headline eye, Larry H. Gardner. And that was, and I'm going to tell you why I brought that to the fruition. That was Kat Danielle, one of my, when she comes in, she is one of my guest co hosts. And with True to Soul Davis for Fight for Love. That's one of my. If you haven't heard Kat Danielle or True to Soul Davis, then you really not from Cleveland. I'm just playing. But the thing about it is, like, it's more than just Bone Thugs and MC Brains. And shout out to MC Brains. But I got another one at the end of here. So one of my good friends and one of my first guests, who was on the show, who when I first started my career, came up, and I had a break. I'm going to play that for them, whenever this interview concludes. So we're back with our guest, Lady T, who's running for City of Cleveland mayor. Whew. How do you feel mentally on it? How has the campaign trail been since you started it? I know you've been doing stuff for other people. So how's it been for you?
I mean, man, it's been exciting. It's a learning experience. I'm enjoying myself. Have a great support, So, I mean, family keeps me on my toes. Make sure I got rest. Make sure I'm mentally ready for all the tasks at hand. In addition to running. So, I mean, it's been a tough road, but, I'm tough.
Right. I understand that. So, you say you're also a mom. You are maybe you all know you're also a mom. And how have your children been helping you with the campaign trail?
I mean, they've been very supportive, helping me around the house as I balance things. Like I said, making sure I get rest throughout all of this. So, I mean, they've been supportive to the dream.
You want to shout your kids out? You want to shout your children out?
Already know. I like to shout out my children, Aaron A. Boog Hardy Jr., and, the one and only Miss Kiki Henderson. Thank you guys for supporting me and having my back through this journey. I love you both.
That's what's up. So you better shout out the children, otherwise they're going to get mad.
I know they're going to get at me when I get home.
Right. Like, Ma, you didn't say nothing about us. We've been cleaning up.
I think Kiki, she came on my Instagram and popped on and said, hey, just to make sure I knew that she was watching.
Right. Of course, she going to make sure. And how old are your children respectively?
My son is about to be 17.
Okay.
And my daughter, she is 18.
Okay. So you got young adults in the house. You got I
got grown folks in the house. Grown folks that don't want to pay no bills.
Hey, children are your broke best friends. They just said that. So it's like you don't want to pay no bill. Listen, that's why you got to do that. So what is it like running, what was the legacy you want to leave behind for your children? This is just something, off the, all the campaign stuff.
There's nothing wrong with chase your dreams, whatever you set your mind to, follow through with them, work hard, and that's the legacy, and, treat others the way you would want to be treated.
Right. So I got a question from you got a lot of people asking, especially on my Facebook. Ryan Ross, what are your thoughts on handling how the current administration is handling the pandemic in public health, and is there anything that you would do different?
As far as the current administration, I don't think they're doing a good job as far as our public health and safety. They're not giving any explanation, too much of an explanation as far as the vaccine. And where we can actually look it up, to see what's actually in the vaccine. I believe that, as far as, everybody coming together and things opening up, sure, but again, you have to have some regulations and making sure that these people are responsible if they are going to open up, to make sure they follow the social distancing laws. And what I do different is what I just said, making sure that things are progressing, not at a fast pace, but to where we can all be safe and try to, transition and going back into our daily activities.
All right. So I got to give a shout out to my man, Rail Perry, who just had a birthday. Happy birthday, Rail. Shout out to Ryan Ross for that question on Facebook Live. Thank you very much. And shout out to everybody who's chasing their dreams. And like the thing about it is, you started an entertainment company. You are, one of the few here in Cleveland. You started another nonprofit program. You've done a lot. What is like, if you are elected mayor, what are the first 30 days of your cabinet, of your constituency, of everything look like?
In the first 30 days, I'm going to try to tackle everything. Getting everybody up. I actually had someone ask me this question. In the first 30 days, I'm getting everybody up. And everybody will, precinct committee, councilmen, police chief, everybody is going to have to come together so we can figure out a strategy plan to make sure that our communities are safe, our communities are following public health laws, some type of resource, creating some type of method or resource so we can better educate our adults as well as our youth, and having our communities take pride and have community development, because we all got to live in these communities, so we have to be having people heard. So within my 30 days, I'm gonna be going around asking, what can we do, what do we need, how can we get this.
Any demands that you would make on the city council people, on the police chief, on your, because you're going to have a new cabinet, because you're going to bring in your people. Yeah. So any demands that you would make on them?
Be fair. Be equal to one another. As far as, across the board, make sure that you real and, this is what you want to do. Because if this is not something that you want to do, or this is something that, is a game, playtime is over with. If I could be able to be mayor, playtime is over with. I'm going to clean house, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And those that, aren't for the right, we have to get rid of them. Those are for, let's push on. Let's, go after the great dream and the goals. Right. So my first 30 days is clean up. All
right, clean up. You're going to clean up. You're going to either clean up or either shape it or ship out.
Pretty much so.
All right. So thing about it is that I would like to thank Lady T. Anything that you have to say to people before I have to throw somebody to the lions?
Before you throw somebody to the lions, I just want to thank everybody for listening. Thank everybody that tuned in to Facebook. Y'all was a challenging group, but I hope I answered everybody's questions. And if you have any more questions, you know where to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, or just on that one-on-one level. So thank you guys so much. And
you just want to give out your information again. So how can people donate to your campaign, volunteer, things of that nature?
Donation, you can do Cash App, $BWEENT 2012. Then you have Facebook, which is my name, actually Latorya T. Witcher, and you can go on any of my networks. Leo Nation, 216, Future Kid TV. You can go on One Voice 216, which is my campaign page. Or you can go on Instagram, MZTZ32.
All right. So if you do get elected mayor, what would happen with all the stuff that you've done as far as your businesses and things of that nature? You have a contingency plan in place for somebody to take over your spot while you deal with the city's problems?
Yes. My family organization is a family-based organization. So, getting my family together to help me run the business and continue the mission. Right. On the streets while, I run and do what I need to do as mayor. That's how the business will be run and how the legacy is going to be passed down. So hopefully my kids, if they watching, I hope y'all taking note.
All right, so y'all up next. What T-Rex, the queen with the gold mic is on my Facebook and said the calling number is not working. So
my fault. Call in now. Call in now.
Jay, call in now. Because while you calling in,
we got time.
I'm gonna throw somebody to the damn lions. All right. So once you correct that, cue this up. All right. I gotta throw her to the lions. Okay. Here's the thing. Middleton, Ohio. Yes, Middleton, Ohio. A woman accused of killing her young son while attempting to abandon him and his two siblings at the park. Then reported him missing, as she was told by investigators that she felt pressured by her boyfriend. This skank, 29-year-old Brittany Gosney, and her dirty 45-year-old boyfriend, Mr. James Hamilton, well, he's 42. He looks like he's on meth. Pretty much said that the body of this boy went missing They said she's blaming she's blaming her boyfriend as far as the death of 6-year-old James Hutchinson. James Hutchinson was trying to, when she left the children in the park, little James was trying to run behind his mother and got drugged by a van to death. And then they not only reported him missing, but dropped him in the river in Middleton, Ohio. You dirty, nasty bastards. Die, you skanks, die. Go to the lions, die, you miserable punks, die. Lions to you, die. You don't kill no 6-year-old boy. You gonna listen to your boyfriend? You on meth? You on crack? You on drugs? Shoot them in the face, lions. I don't care. Anybody that does stuff to kids needs to die. They need to go. Lions attack, kill. Lions are full. And they on one. All right. I already know who probably this is. So is the caller still there? It's the queen with the gold mic, J. Price. How are you? Again, congratulations to you as far as your new position. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Go ahead, Lady T.
Well, to answer the first question, I said, trying to bring a proposed, right, as far as my background in writing, I've always, wrote, reports, college APA format. If it's something that I don't know, Ms. Price, I am going to look it up. So as far as writing legislation, this will be my first time in everything, but I'm willing to learn. And as far as like my powers in the veto, my legislation does not pass. The veto, I will go to, the Congression. I will try to go to the governor to try to, get the proposal, accepted or go back and readjust it. Maybe it's something in there that I missed or something I didn't like, or and then going back into, trying to build another strategy, another plan to make sure that the veto, it doesn't get vetoed again. But, talking and communicating with the governors, the senators, the Congress, to try to tell them the reason why that we need this particular issue or this particular bill passed will be my position.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a business degree. I have a bachelor's degree in business and applied science. So, as far as working with facts and figures and numbers, as well as, running my own business or what may have you, that gives me a little leverage up. I'm always willing to advance in what I need to do in any task. But, for the most part, just learning. This is a learning experience for me, Ms. Price. So I'm going to take it and strive and, try to figure out as much as I can, research as much as I can on, each department. Yes. Well, what made me jump over all of those, the council, the precinct, steps, is because I feel as though the community has listened to politicians tell them that they're going to do this and that, blase skip, and never do it. It's time for someone to be, an average everyday person to say, hey, I can relate to you. I go through this the same way you do. Let's come together and have a voice. So that was made me jump into the mayoral position versus council or a precinct committee. You can learn, down the line, on what to do and what not to do. But, it was actually me running to say I want to have a voice, to the little guy, because the big guy is not listening.
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be, and there's gonna be a lot of them.
I appreciate that, Ms. Price. Thank you so very much.
There's gonna be a lot of shots. Hopefully, there's gonna be a lot of shots fired. They're gonna fire a lot of shots at each other as well, right, Jay? You right that, right? Well, hey, so especially with her being a woman. So yeah, thank you, T-Rex, for that particular gunfire. If you heard that, Jay, T-Rex just fired off the gun. So it'll be as a mess. I hope to see you back in studio next week. You talk about your new position. I know you are. I know you are. And thank you very much. You was with us here in spirit, but you missed some chicken. So you missed some dinner. But you probably didn't. Wait a minute. You probably didn't cooked. Oh, really? Okay. You know what?
Miss Price house.
Right. Oh, wow. She liberal. You still live right down the street, right? They ain't moved you yet. Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you, Jay. So, Lady T, before we end the show, I thank you very much for the interview. Thank you, Jay, for calling in. And also, thank you for the Cleveland artists that have contributed. I have a surprise. One of my first hosts was Flex Antoine Joyner. He made a song called The Underdogs Anthem, New Cleveland Part 2. So this is what I'm playing for the end of this show, for the headline eye. You never forget who was there for you. And remember, No matter how you feel, if you feel like you're an underdog, underdogs always win. Peace, love, and hair grease. If nobody tells you that they love you today, I do. Shout out to everybody, every single artist on this track. Flex, Twine, everybody. Peace, love, and hair grease. We out of here. Till next week. Turn that shit up.
Go against them dogs, they top tier. But they career, I surpassed last year. So I'm gonna say cheers, we gon' wet a not beer. The ice is in my ear, got me flying in the leer. I was the man in my city before LeBron came here.
My image with they debating. They say I'm so urban, I might not make it. That's so shit, I'm still gripping that. Bitch, I'm back, you can tell them that. Who was he? Lil E, but I do a B.I.G. for the CLE. My whole life I've been labeled as an underdog. Tomorrow reply to them haters, let's talk about. I'm a back rapper that's overlooked. To a hometown hero that's overbooked. They know my name and they scream it loud. So it's for the city, gotta make them proud. I put it down for my hometown. Them Cleveland boys, give me a home house.
A Cleveland nigga on the level with the Carters. Like Jigga, compare me to the Marleys and the Martyrs. The Biggies and the Pops. I'm high as Mount Auburn.
Shout out to Flex, recognition all the hip-hop artists in the track. We underdogs as we call you. Put it up.
Hood nigga with the swagger of Mount Auburn. That's why they